Hello, my name is Kara Williamson, and for my digital sales project, I am doing the company PepsiCo. And now, before we at Google meet with PepsiCo, we have some pre-meeting research that we need to do on the project, the company, and the important people coming to our meeting. So first, for the project itself, PepsiCo wants to launch a soda summer campaign. They want a 3-month campaign utilizing pop, hip-hop, and rock musicians and video advertisements to show how refreshing soda can be in the hot heat. The core messaging will be Quench Your Summer with Pepsi, with a potential budget of $1 million and a target audience of adults 18 to 34 living in the United States. So the important people coming to our meeting will be some directors of marketing and the Chief Marketing Officer of PepsiCo North America, which is Greg Lyons. So prior to the meeting, we wanted to do some research on Mr. Lyons to understand more about him, his personality, his business style, and the company as a whole. Using his LinkedIn profile, interviews he's done, and articles written on him, we were able to discover some important information on him and PepsiCo as a whole. First, what we learned about PepsiCo is that their mission is to create more smiles with every sip and every bite. Their vision as a company is to be the global leader in convenient foods and beverages by winning with purpose. Their mission and vision tell us that they are a consumer-centric company that is focused on bringing happiness and fulfillment to its consumers through its products. They have a focus on integrating the brand globally and making it as a cohesive family as possible. They also want to do more for the planet by conserving resources and creating a more sustainable world, not only for just this generation, but for generations to come. And what we learned about Chief Marketing Officer Greg Lyons is that he has been at PepsiCo for about 10 years. He has extensive experience with the PepsiCo company, and he rose through the ranks quickly. He started off as a Vice President of Marketing for PepsiCo Canada, a Vice President of Marketing for Mountain Dew. Then he moved to the Senior Vice President of Marketing, and now he is the Chief Marketing Officer. He also worked at Fritos and PepsiCo UK in the past, which shows that he is not only experienced in the PepsiCo family itself, but in the product category of convenient food and beverage. Through the interviews we watched and read with Greg Lyons, we learned that family is an extremely valuable thing to him. This is important because we are now able to understand a little bit more about him and the business itself and what they value. We can focus our marketing efforts and digital sales on channels and advertisements that are consumer-friendly and family-friendly. We can focus on creating experiences that focus on relationships and make the family and friend dynamic an important part. We also learned that he's invested in bringing empathy back into marketing and that he wants to prevent the business-consumer relationship from becoming purely transactional. This is also important because we can create advertisements and sell digital spots that focus on building a relationship between consumer and brand rather than just trying to make a sale. Now that we've completed our pre-meeting research, we finally will meet with PepsiCo and with Greg Lyons and the digital marketers to sell them our digital spots. One of my favorite memories growing up was going to a festival with my friends in high school. I remember how hot it was that July weekend and how sweaty I was as the day went on. We were getting towards the end of the night, and while I was excited for the last act to come on, I was feeling a little tired, a little hot, and just like I wanted a shower and to go to bed. And then my friends bought some Pepsis. We cracked some nice cold sodas, and I instantly felt rejuvenated, refreshed, and ready for this last act. We all know that summer is the time for outdoor music, concerts, and festivals. And with the coronavirus vaccination being rolled out, live music is beginning to come back. It's the perfect time to capitalize on that feeling we've all loved and missed of live music out in the summer heat. So while it's hot, we know there's nothing more refreshing than a nice cold Pepsi. So we want to show the target audience Pepsi is an essential part of enjoying that outdoor music, enjoying that summer heat. Through creating beautiful video advertisements of musicians during a summer concert and putting these videos into YouTube ads, we can directly target our audience. Now I've done the hard part in researching why these YouTube True View and non-skippable ads will be effective in reaching and engaging our target audience and driving home the idea of quenching your summer thirst with Pepsi. First, there are many benefits to using YouTube as our main channel of distribution. We have the potential to create enticing, beautiful video advertisements that will engage our consumers and keep them interested. In the US, over the past year, there has been a 10 times growth in watch time on YouTube by consumers. And over 77% of consumers have used YouTube for music in the past month. This makes it ideal to target consumers with our music-centered ads through music content videos. With TrueView skippable ads, these are bought on a CPV basis. They're very affordable at around 5 cents per view, and we only pay for the views where consumers watch through the entire ad. If a viewer skips the ad, we do not pay for that impression. So this gives us a great opportunity to grab viewers' attention and keep them hooked through the end of the advertisement. However, with the skippable aspect, we're able to measure more closely the effectiveness of our ads through how many impressions we pay for with people not skipping the ads. With the 15-second non-skippable ads, these are more expensive at around $10 per cost per thousand. But the fact that they're non-skippable allows us to ensure consumers will see these ads in their entirety and that they will not be ignored and skipped through. Now for the fun part, imagining our campaign. With the Quench Your Summer Thirst with Pepsi campaign, combined with musical entertainment and beautiful YouTube video ads, we can create an entirely engaging and intriguing video that brings the audience in as if they're at the music festival themselves. We could even use either the audience or the band members as our point of view of who is drinking the Pepsi. From the audience's side, we have these crowds that are packed, they're sweaty, they're dancing. We've all been in these crowds where it's so hot, but it's so much fun. And now imagine you're in that audience and you're sweaty and you just pull out a nice refreshing Pepsi and you are rejuvenated and ready for the next set. And then we could even go from the side of the band members as well. We know that band members work their butts off when they're on stage. They get sweaty, they get tired, they get hot, so they can also quench their summer thirst with a Pepsi. And I think showing both sides enjoying that Pepsi during a hot, sweaty concert would really drive home not only the great feeling of being at a summer concert, but also that refreshing feeling of when you drink a cold soda in the middle of a hot summer night. Here at Google, we understand how important staying on budget is. So what we have done is we have taken the potential $1 million you have provided us with and broken down the budget into what we think is the most cost-effective. Starting with ad production, we believe using an in-house production team, whether it be PepsiCo's or Google's, would be most cost-effective and would keep the price relatively affordable at around $5,000. We then would take $50,000 to bring in musical talent and create concert and video content, and to make that as beautiful and engaging as possible. And so we believe that the total ad production cost would be around $55,000. This leaves us with a budget of $945,000 left. And then we would divide that remaining budget between TrueView YouTube video ads and the 15-second non-skippable ads. This would leave $472,500 for each type of video ads. With the TrueView ads, these are more affordable at 5 cents per CPV. We would only pay when the consumer watches an ad in full, and we estimate a total of 9,450,000 total impressions from these. Then with the non-skippable 15-second ads, these are more expensive at $10 per cost per thousand, with an estimated total of 47,250 total impressions. This budget would then leave us with an almost 9.5 million total impressions of our campaign. However, we understand that you may not want to, at the end of the day, put in $1 million into this campaign. Our budget remains flexible and ready to be adjusted to whatever you decide you want to put into this campaign. Now, before we leave you today, we wanted to touch on just some of the biggest benefits we feel that PepsiCo would have by working with us, Google, with this campaign. And we also wanted to show you some of the next steps that you could take depending on how you want to proceed. To quench your summer thirst with Pepsi through the YouTube video ads would give us the potential for a direct engagement with the target audience, and we would have the potential to make beautiful, engaging, music-driven video advertisements. We also know that YouTube is a great place to target our audience because over 77% of viewers on YouTube are looking at music content, and we know that our target audience uses YouTube on a consistent basis. The next steps for this campaign is right now, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them and talk through any concerns or comments that you have. After that, I will send the budget, our ad concept examples, and these slides to your company and to PepsiCo. And then if you are available next week to discuss further details, any comments or questions that you have, I am available and ready to set up a meeting. Thank you so much. It has been great speaking with you today, and have a great rest of your week.